Hello and welcome back, and here I am in sunny Shenzhen. I've travelled from the other side of the world to meet a few brands here in China, and today is one of the ones that I've been looking forward to quite a lot. Today I want to talk to Zettlabs. Now, for those that remember from IFA 2024, Zettlabs were talking about a local AI system. This is a NAS that gives you all of the benefits in productivity, in terms of indexing, in terms of retrieval of your data on a local NAS, and all of the advantages of AI-assisted services, but more importantly doing it without remote access. We've already got a prototype in the office back home, and we're going through the latest beta software there, but I wanted to talk to the guys behind it. I wanted to talk about what the system can do, what it can't do, getting your questions about security, implementations, and expectations of just what exactly they are proposing with this product. So let's make our way in and have our Q&A. Just before we start the Q&A, I just wanted to do a few bits of housekeeping that I didn't include when I was recording at their offices there. And I just wanted to add it here just for clarification. Number one, again, I wasn't invited over by Zettlabs to China. Eddie, myself at NAS Compares agreed to send me over to China and meet as many brands as we could. This is one video of many discussing many different brands. But when I was there, I spent about four and a half hours with the Zettlabs team. Now, when I was there, I met a lot of their product developers. I also saw a lot of the support teams that were working with existing partners that are kind of working on the product, those testing and evaluating the product, not just myself. And in preparation for the Q&A, I just wanted to highlight that the questions were submitted to the Zettlabs team just shy of 72 hours prior to recording the Q&A. This was in order to give them the time to put together any technical answers, but they had no influence over the questions themselves, and in terms of the answers, they had no say over the presentation of these answers. It's all in-house, it's all my own editing, but that's really it. So let's crack on with the Q&A. Hello and welcome back, and that is right, we're here with the guys at Zettlabs. Remember them last year from IFA with their AI-powered NAS? I'm here answering your questions that you've supplied via a myriad of forms about what their product is, what they're trying to do to shake up the market, and ultimately, do you even need AI in your NAS? We'll get to that later on. We've got a lot of questions to get through. Adrian, CMO at Zettlabs here. I guess the first question is not even part of my list, but we're going to get straight into it. How'd you get started? What is this? What made you do this?
So actually we, in 2023, we conceived our initial idea, and by May of 2024, we have developed our first prototype, and in September, we joined the IFA Berlin and displayed our products, and we met at that time. Yeah. And at the beginning of this year, we have lots of products, and we tested with the beta users. And in Q2, we'll launch our products on Kickstarter, and we are prepared to ship in the Q2 and Q4.
Fantastic. I mean, again, real quick. So, I mean, what's the vision behind it? What's an AI NAS? Because people talk about AI and NAS a lot, and we've got a lot of questions to get through, but I guess we'll get straight on with the first question. Why do you think we need AI services like yours in a private NAS?
Actually, as you know, that as AI rapidly developed, so personal data is growing bigger and bigger. So from the smart device and also the AI generated content. So we think that the traditional NAS company, they focus on the storage, but AI, we believe that it will revolutionize the industry. And I think that the most important is that it makes the data retrieval and referred effortless, and also you can turn the code storage into the searchable information. That's the most important part, and it will help that optimize the efficiency based on the user's behavior. So I think in the future, the future NAS will integrate AI for the seamless management for the data.
Do you know what? That's actually a really good point. And I'm sorry if I steal this in future videos, but the idea that utilizing AI will turn cold data into permanent warm data isn't something I've really thought about. But that's a really good point. The idea that you could be sitting on decades of archival data that is now de facto warm storage. But fantastic stuff. Okay, well, again, I've championed a lot of the idea of AI utilization in NAS. That's why I'm so hyped about your product and why I've been talking about it. Circling back to that interface that people are going to be able to input things into, to what extent can users expect to be able to control the NAS via that that assistant, that agent, that window?
Yeah, actually we call it a shortcut, and we have plenty of shortcuts now via the LLM input. Now currently we have the open files, reboot, shut down my NAS, create account for your colleagues, and set the fan mode, and also set the lightning mode, and so on. So this is the experiment. I mean, the features currently under exploration, and the more agent function I think will be considered in the future.
Because when I was first talking about your product last year at IFA, one of the things that stood out for me was it was quite fortuitous, because I'd made a video with a colleague of mine about why would anyone want AI in a NAS, and my big argument was that it could be used to make a NAS user-friendly, and someone could actually utilize their system with no technical knowledge, and that's what yours is seemingly promising and has shown to do. The idea that I'm able to tell my system, I want you to do this, I want you to create an account, I'd like to create a shared folder, or even making it more user-friendly language, I'd like to create a drive I want to share with my team.
Yes.
I was utilizing it to the prototype that you sent me. I was going through it, asking it some questions, and although it's still early, you can definitely see the foundations there with what it can access. But this leads neatly onto the next question. How much access does the AI LLM assistant service have to the files and folders on the NAS, and how is that control managed?
Actually, now the AI can have access to all your files if you upload. Yeah, but in the future, we are thinking that create a private the file, and when you upload your data into this file, AI cannot, the access to this file, and all the information in this file could be searched by AI. This is the first thing. Second thing is what we want to implement one switch button. That if you click the button, all the AI features will be closed, and it can be not named. And you want to use it just open the button. Yeah.
So as it stands right now, if I upload, say, a photo of my passport onto the system, as you're building the NAS infrastructure right now, if I to upload my passport into the shared melting pot file, the AI can access it, but later on, as the software is developing, you're going to be creating this rigid structure of bins and containers and a one button on-off kind of stuff to stop access, correct?
Yes.
Cool. I know some of you are going to wonder that.
So the first is that if you own the admin account, so all your, the sensitive data can be searched, can be found by yourself. The second is that as the last one, you just have we have the prepare or maybe a private file. You can upload this kind of the sensitive data in this file, and it couldn't be learned by AI.
And back to AI again. Next question. Is the AI engine, LLM, or models that Zettlab uses in its NAS systems developed exclusively in-house, or are you using any third-party development or product?
Actually, we fine-tune and do some small modification and improvement based on the open source models.
So just to confirm then, so no licensing requirements there, like at the moment there's a few online AI services that people use that are subject to subscription costs. So just to confirm, this system that's going to have the local AI, it's all going to run local, the software's deploying locally, it's running on open source, so it's not going to need any fees, subscription after purchase.
No, we don't. You don't need that.
Perfect. Okay, so for those of you that have used a NAS before, you know that indexing processes take time. So if a user was to upload 1 terabyte of mixed data and it was into directories that the AI service does have permission to access, how long would it take to build a database of reference material from it that the AI has parsed, analysed, gone through? How long would it take, and how resource hungry does this actually get, i.e. typical system performance? If I've uploaded lots of data, what is the system impact and how long would it take?
Let me answer this question. First of all, the 1 terabyte of data is quite a blurry concept. So actually for AI, from the point of AI, it doesn't care about the storage size. the storage size doesn't matter. What matters is how many numbers of images or videos you actually uploaded. So if you upload some like raw images and videos at pro resolution, and it will be a small number of videos and images, and it will be fast for AI to process. And we can provide you the raw performance statistics we have. The AI is going to process an image in like about 300 to 400 milliseconds per image. And for video, we are doing the processing in 10 times real time. It means that a 10 minutes video is going to take 1 minute for the AI to process. So you can do some like simple calculation based on your need, like the types of files you have to answer this question of like 1 terabyte of data, how long it's going to be processed by the AI. Normally it will be from minutes to hours. Yeah, that's my answer. And when it comes to like resource hungry, of course, all the AI tasks is running on the NPU unit on the NAS, on the chipset. So all tasks about running on CPU, like you are going to like copying your files, open your directory, it will not be affected. But of course, if you are like sending a request to LLM to ask LLM some question, it will be like 10% or 20% slower when the background running task is processing your indexing your data and files.
I was going to say, it's not unlike integrated graphics on a CPU, isn't it? Like there's a portion of that CPU that's clearly dedicated to given tasks, and it offloads it onto that part. So yeah, it's completely understandable. Why are you going the crowdfunding route when it is a unique product? I believe there is demand and there are users that are asking for a product like this. So my question is, and I say it's my question, this is a question from you guys, why are you going crowdfunding and you're not going traditional retail?
I have some good question. So the first is the marketing validation. So we know that the crowdfunding platforms attract people. They are really interested indeed new ideas, and we believe Zettlab AI NAS actually is innovative products. And second is that we want to increase our exposure. So it can help us to get more visibility, especially for a new small tech brand. And third is that we want to receive some testing feedback. We already shipped some products to some beta testers, and we want to receive the feedback on our features, on our problems, all the things we want to improve before the final shipping. So we want to provide the best product to the final users.
So right now, what percentage of the AI processes that your system can perform can be conducted with the system completely disconnected from the internet? So you've uploaded your data, you've got all your data on there, you've got your user accounts locally, and you've ensured there's no internet service. So how many of the AI processes can be used?
100%.
100% of them. So this is, again, I'm sorry to reiterate again, this is completely offline services there, network only, local.
Yes, all the models, the AI models are deployed on the device itself.
So just to confirm then, so the product right now, it doesn't seem to have iSCSI support or write once, read many. The one that I was using, I saw it at BTRIPS. Are these things that you would add later on?
Currently, we only support the BTRFS because it requires less memory, especially that AI sometimes they need more memory, and for the other the type of the file, we think we are waiting for the feedback from the end users, and we will think that investigate it, and if the feature that everyone need, we will accommodate it.
Excellent. So right now it is in the case that when you get that feedback back, just to confirm, if there's enough demand for it and it can work within this infrastructure, you would add it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect. So your hardware profiles, you've got 2 different CPUs across 2 different storage profiles. You've got a standard class and an ultra class, with the ultra with a higher profile processor. So what features or services are supported on that ultra bigger boy model, which are not available on the standard class model?
It's mainly related with the CPU, so it will have influence on the AI GC features. For example, regarding the standard version. So we can run most of our AI features on the NAS, the device itself. But for some document analysis and the AI chat, we need to use the computing from your laptop. So it helps everyone to get a better experience when using this device. But for the Ultra version, all the AI features you can run on the device itself. You don't need to rely on your laptop computing. And another thing is that in the future, maybe you want to have provided some AI GC features, like the voice to the picture
generation.
Yes, and the picture to the voice and all the maybe some generation part. So the Ultra version could provide a better experience.
So the Ultra one, you get everything, and the standard class model, some of the feature set does require a client application on your local system, and I assume that's going to be safeguarded and secure as well.
Yes, but the standard version is also a good product. You know that the most important is the AI search.
Yeah,
So
retrieval.
Everyone can use it.
And carrying on that subject of accessing things securely, how I noticed on the beta that I was using on the evaluation product, there was a remote access feature for me to access the system remotely, not within the local area network. If I enable that feature, it was an on-off, fairly standard stuff. But how is that conducted on the system? What service is it using for that relay?
Actually, we use the P2P service, but if P2P fails, the service acts as a relay. They don't store any data during this kind of the process.
And real quick one, this wasn't even one of the questions, I'm going to add it in there. Languages. I only saw on there currently there's Chinese and there's English. So plans for other languages?
So currently we only support the Chinese and English, but we will support more language in the future. And it depends on the feedback from the users.
Yeah.
We will support, you mean that more potential users, we will support more languages.
Yeah, it makes sense because that will be a lot of resources being driven towards refine, because it isn't just a case of changing the settings menu, of course, you're talking about the whole LLM. So tell me a little bit more about your team. What is their experience in the industry, their history?
Yeah, so our company was founded by a team of former DJI engineers. So each of us has decades of experience in hardware industries. Tianhan and Ro were responsible for the AI part, and Bruce is responsible for the embedded system and wireless communication. Frank is responsible for the software development, and I'm responsible for the sales and marketing part.
Here's a question. Bottom line, if someone isn't interested in the AI services, maybe they're not interested in it now, or they're never going to be interested in it, should they buy your product? What's in it for them?
Okay, that's a good question. So that's why we want to make a real NAS device itself. So a NAS, people will buy it, they will not think about the additional AI features. So, and regarding if we have the additional, the other features, we prepare some features for the creators, like the one-touch copy. It helps that you can transfer files just with one click, and it also do something like the transcode and the data verification. And we also provide the clip. It helps that you can get the clip from a longer video just by selecting keywords.
What do you think your solution brings to the market right now that's not all currently available?
Yeah, I think we provide 3 key features. The first is that the reliable local AI search, including 4 parts. The first is, the first part is the semantic search. It can search for images and videos through the natural language queries. The second is the spoken keyword search. It can help locate the voice clip by identifying the spoken keywords. The third part is the text and image search. So it can extract and to search for the OCR test. Especially you want to search something, search someone's the driver license, ID card or somehow. And the last is the image-based search. So you can find the similar images with visual search technology. So the second most important is that the local RAG, the retrieval augmented generation. So it means that once you upload the document or video maybe into this NAS, you can directly ask your AI assistant in this NAS, and he can answer relevant questions. And unlike the cloud-based solution, you don't need to upload anything. All your information, all your data stored in this NAS. You can even to disconnect internet. You can also care to get the right answers. So I mean, this ensures instant, on-demand access to your data. And the last is that some additional features for some creators. So we have the one-touch copy. It can help you that quickly transfer external card, the files in the external card to your NAS, and it including transcode and also the data verification. And regarding the AI clip, it can generate short clip from longer video just by selecting some keywords. The third is the storyboard. So you know that we can help that people create visual storyboard effortless to stream their their process.
So, I mean, again, a lot of this stuff, for example, that last one you mentioned there, if I've got lots of video and I want to create a shorter clip based on videos that I've uploaded to it, it's then crawled in advance and indexed the content of what's been spoken, and then I can ask it to put together that video package almost. But before I get on to my second point, just to confirm then, so all of this is done local, so no internet services, it's all being done with the system. The data is put on to the NAS, the agent or the assistant, the LLM is doing all of this work, all local.
Yes, 100%.
And again, it's because that was why I was so interested in the product. During the early beta testing of this product, and we were sent an evaluation unit, and myself and Eddie were playing with the latest beta. One of the things we're really impressed by is when we uploaded around 900 gig of data. And that 900 gig of data we threw on, and then after the indexing had been completed, we were able to see that when we did submit searches and questions via the available interface, it was pulling information and answers from the video, and it had crawled all of that content from the video. So we could base queries and questions, and as you say, put together a report or put together a summary of the contents of that. So for example, this recording, there's probably going to be a great deal of dialogue here. Feeding that into the device will probably allow us to create a nice summary of this whole discussion. In fact, I'm going to do that after this recording and stick that in the description below. Okay, and on to probably the last question. When are you launching? When's it going to be available, and what's the price?
Yeah, we're launching in April and on the Kickstarter, and the price is already finished. You can see it on the screen. So for the 4 different models, we have the different price. You can go this one. This is the D4, and this is the D6 and the D6 Ultra, and next one is the D8 Ultra.
So that's the most expensive device there is $999.
Yes,
and that's
this is
the early access pricing.
Yes, VIT price.
And the smallest model. So it starts off at
the default,
so you've got one at $369 there.
Yeah.
So that is for the 4-bay model there, and that's the one.
That means that you place. I mean, this is you place a reservation.
Yeah,
you get the best price. But if you place the order after the launch on Kickstarter, the price will be a little higher.
Yeah, and there'll be like the early backers and stuff like that. Well, perfect. Thank you so much for having me here in your nice offices. And if you've got any other questions that you guys haven't got answers to from this video, or maybe follow-up questions, that's what the comments are for below. But again, thank you so much for watching. Again, there should be, if the crowdfunding campaign isn't already live, there'll be a link below to this website here. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for having me here today, guys.
Thank you.
And I will speak to everyone soon.